Welcome, my aquatic amigos. Today, Chelsea and I are going south of the border, where the fish are more vibrant than a salsa dancer at Carnival.
I hate him. Yeah.
Huh?
Sure.
And by that I mean she's going to be setting up a 40-gallon South American Biotope-ish, and I'm going to be working on some of my Epistogramma aquariums and moving them around and things like that.
Things are happening.
Should be a busy day. Why did the fish blush?
Stop it.
Why did the fish blush?
I don't care.
Because he saw the ocean's bottom.
Bye.
So here is your tank in question, and
Yes,
you know, we'll fix the glare when it's done.
Yep, it's dirty. Who cares? It's in flux right now. So this tank has the Laticara species Upper Otabapo, which are very similar to Fulvipinnis. These guys are a dream. I just love them. They're such curious, happy, right out there in your face type of fish. And they're gorgeous. I mean, look at the color. They have the really nice like yellow orange. Wadi are also in here, and
which is the blueberry.
These guys
tetra?
right here, the blueberries, even though what's blueberry about them again? They just look phenomenal in any tank. They're looking really nice here because they look really nice everywhere, and I think that they actually have made the Laticara much, much more comfortable. I think the reason they're out and about the way they are is like in part because of the wadi. So.
And what do we got over here?
Corydoras.
What kind?
Something.
They are Corydoras loxozonis.
Oh yeah.
Loxozonis.
I do like them.
Oh, he's out.
They do look nice. Yep, that is the male. So the males are going to just be a little more slender-bodied and have a little more of a trailer on that dorsal fin.
A lyre tail? Almost? Kind of.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
peen.
And as he gets older, it will get more intense. And you can see when she comes out, she's a little more deeper bodied, and she's just got kind of more rounded, shorter fins. But they're both really pretty. The color on both of them is lovely. So
maybe she's pregnant as well.
I mean, they've been dancing all around and doing all kinds of stuff since I've put them in here, so I'm really hoping that they spawn soon. I hope that once that we do this tank and get everything dialed, that they start to spawn. That's the goal. So
awesome.
I'm not putting anything else in here other than them.
And I'm going to be working on my wall of 20 longs here. You can see I've only got a couple of them actually scaped. Yeah, there's rocks and wood in them, but I just kind of throw that stuff in there to waterlog them, like these pieces of wood here. Big algae bloom going on in this aquarium, but the micro sword is slowly trailing through here, so that's good. And then I got to move these guys, which is Epistogramma McMasteri, I believe. They've been in this 10-gallon growing out, and they need a 20-gallon now, so that's what I'll be working on today.
So obviously we have one piece of wood already, one piece of spider wood. It's really nice. I'm going to leave it, but I think I'm going to put another large piece in there, and now I have to decide which one it's going to be. And some rocks.
We've got some wood on the floor here.
Yes, and
Don't mind our dirty floors.
I've got.
And I think in the next room over here we have some more wood, right?
Yep, there's more in there.
You have a nice pile of wood over here. This is the reptile room. Back to the fish room.
So, again, there is no science to this for me. I just put things in and start moving it around and seeing how I like it. So that's what's going to happen today. And I wore a sweatshirt, so that was smart. So my sleeves are going to be wet soon.
Oh, I really like that in the middle.
Oh, well, too bad.
Too bad, so sad. That looks good. I
Yeah,
like it.
I'm not mad so far. See, sometimes it just works. And
Now, when
nice.
you're setting stuff up like this, do you worry about sponge filters? A lot of people don't like the way they look.
No,
I
I don't mind
them.
them
Try
at
to
all.
hide them. Yeah, me neither.
No, I want them in there. I want a sponge filter in every tank, regardless of anything, other filtration. I just think that there's always a purpose for them. So, nope, it don't bother me. I try and maybe cover them or like hide them, but even then, it don't bother me.
Can't hide them too well, otherwise you can't service them.
Yep, that's
Keep that
also
in mind,
true.
folks.
Yes, don't make it impossible to get to the things you need to get to, or else you won't do it.
I will say, these new sponges are super easy to clean. It's ridiculous.
Now, trying to get these pieces of wood in here is also quite the challenge.
I always have problems getting my wood to fit.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, apparently I forgot to paint the underside of that shelf. That's all right.
There's a couple of them like that, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. See? And I don't know which way I want to go with it yet, so I'm just, like I said, I kind of move it around until I think that I'm pleased with it.
Now, I say biotope-ish because not a lot of plants in the Amazon.
Right.
You can't find a Nubius in the Amazon, so we'll be pretty close to Biotope except for plants, which we are extremely low on right now.
Yeah, and
so.
honestly, I'm not one of those Biotope people. Like, actually, why I say Biotope-ish, or we say Biotope-ish, is because this is not, by any stretch of the imagination, going to be narrowed down to one area of, you know, South America or any of the river systems in there.
It's a big place.
Yeah, it's a big place, and as long as the fish get along and everybody's happy, I'm happy. So that's the Biotope that I'm doing. That's the way that's going. These guys, I really don't care. They're just getting dropped. That's the thing, is I feel like I don't like it to look too put together, or else it looks weird. Ciao, y'all.
All right. Well, we're going to check back in a little bit because I got to get started on my tanks. So this is one of the 20 gallons that I want to work on today. It's just a mess. There's duckweed everywhere. I'm going to crank up the light a little bit so I can see better. There we go. Oh yeah, much brighter. And I'm basically just going to start scooping duckweed, which is real fun. Alright, it's a lot brighter in here now. As you can see, most of the duckweed is gone. I'll continue to work on this as we work on the tanks here. Now, what's in here are Corridora's Nackii, which is a pretty rare one. And there's some pencilfish scattered about in here as well.
Other tank.
So, it looks like a lot has happened here. We've got some plants in here and some shrimp in here.
Yes, I have stolen plants from other tanks because we are hard up for plants right now. Just some dwarf sage that we had in a 20 long that we've been systematically stealing from.
Wonder where it came from.
Yeah.
Right there.
There it is.
Big opening there.
So I also have thrown...
So I
have, as well as... Just kidding. I've also added cherry shrimp. I did a little experiment and I thought I'm just gonna throw a few in and see what happens. Not one fish in this tank gives one whoop about these cherry shrimp, including the Acara. They have sat right next to them, stared right at them, and so I have just been dumping them in, and I plan to continue to dump them in because they will help keep it clean.
We watched one swim right over, kind of check it out, and then swim away.
Yep, they seem unamused, so I'm quite pleased about that because it's rare you can keep an Acara that size with cherry shrimp. Don't try this and think it's going to work every time, though, because this is just, it's working so far. But I've added, a lot of like random little pieces of Anubias that I pulled out of another 40 breeder, and I put some more of the smaller river rock in there. I still have some more rearranging to do, but I am liking the way that it's coming together. And clearly the fish are fans. I love watching fish enjoy their environment, and since putting all these things in, everyone seems very happy. The wad eye are flashing and won't stop swimming in and out of the wood. The Acaras are exploring everything. It's very satisfying. I'm quite pleased so far.
All right, let's bring you all up to speed on my tank over here. So a little bit has changed here, not a whole lot. Added another piece of wood in here. Obviously added the Apistos as you saw. Now they were sold to me, well they weren't. What I purchased was Apistogramma trifasciata. What I'm thinking I got was Apistogramma McMasteri. You know, I don't claim to be an Apisto IDing expert, but the big male, to me, it looks like a McMasteri. I could be wrong because that is another fish that they had for sale at the time, and I think they just scooped it out of the wrong tank. The trifasciata, actual trifasciata, are in this tank with about 1 billion snails apparently, and I don't see them currently. There's a couple actually right under that wood there. So that's what a trifasciata looks like. There's a female there. They absolutely love this tank, and I'm loving it too. The stargrass is starting to come in. The Cypress hellfry over here is doing well. The Anubias is doing well. And the pseudomagills are obviously doing well too, as they are flashing non-stop. Now, I was a little disappointed to learn that there's only 3 pencilfish in here. So it looks like we'll have to get some more. So I just trimmed some of the Rotala, moved it around, and then added this plant that the name escapes me, but it'll pop up right here somewhere. I'll look it up. And I've never tried this plant. I've never grown it. I hope it does well for me. fingers crossed. I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I might add another cave just to give them some more options. But, see, I mean, that just looks like a McMaster eye to me. Need to get the big male to come out. But these came from a 10-gallon tank, and their fins look great, so they should do even better in a 20-gallon. I didn't see much of any aggression with these in the 10-gallon. I would not recommend keeping, I don't even know how many there were, 5 of them in a 10-gallon tank. And I'm basically just waiting for a pair to pair off, and then I can move the rest out and let the pair spawn. But overall, I'm starting to get real happy with how this wall of 20 longs are looking. Now, all these tanks are going to look very similar scape-wise, just because most of them are going to have a pistos, so we're talking South American type setups here. So what's left, I still got to do this one. I got to do this one. Clean that one, because I don't like that algae bloom. Redo this one. This is the puffer tank. And then this one is going to probably end up being a pleco tank because there's L494s in there. And then this one just needs to be cleaned up quite a bit. I haven't swapped out the sponge yet for the easy flow. I'm actually out of sponge filters. They require the small one in a 20 long, and I'm out of smalls. So not sure when I'm going to fix that, but here we are. Alright, so here is the final update on your 40 breeder South American-ish tank here.
Yep.
How do you like how it turned out?
I'm actually really pleased with how it turned out. Unfortunately, I don't have as many plants as I would like in there. I would like a lot more plants, but I think that can be rectified pretty easily. But as far as the hardscape goes, I'm pretty happy. I might do some adjusting of the smaller stones, but when I decide I'm fully happy is when I decide the fish are happy, and they have been loving it. So that's the true mark of success for an aquascape for me, is if the fish seem to be thriving, then I'm happy, and everyone has been taking to it quite nicely. The Latacara have been showing a lot of spawning activity, so that's a great sign. I think they're pleased, I'm pleased, everyone's pleased so far. So good things.
And I think this is new. I think the Amazon sword is new.
Yes, we had that in another tank that we kind of, I guess, forgot about when we did our order from the co-op. So that was remaining, and that got plopped right in the middle, kind of the centerpiece there. But then I have some random dwarf sage in there and just smaller pieces of Anubias that I broke off from other tanks. So I just had to rob other tanks. No big deal. That's nice when you have, you know, tons of them. So we're still a little plant poor, though. Got to get more plants.
Plant poor.
Yep.
All right, so there you go. We're kind of just going through the fish room, each of us one tank at a time, and kind of just redoing things, upgrading them, and just trying to make life for the fish happy.
Yep, that's the goal.
So let us know down below what you think. As always, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye. Go buy fish.
Bye.